having a little boogie there. Absolutely love it. Oh my word, we are so excited here at Crafters TV because it is launch day. And launch day is all about something brand new, something you haven't seen before, but you guys have been beyond excited for it. I'm going to bring the details in right away for you. So many of you have already pre-ordered, already got your hands on it. You guys can sit back, relax and enjoy the show. I'm actually a little bit out of breath from the dancing. It's an amazing deal. It's an incredible collection. I would absolutely urge you to get this in your basket and get checked out and sit back, enjoy the rest of the show. Platinum members can pick this up for $43.99 or $71.99. So that means even if you're just going for this, you're looking at less than $100 delivered, which is off the chart, amazing value for money. There's loads of other stuff in the show that I know you're going to want to go for. Pop yourself over to the website crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, click shop the show and make sure you get yourself checked out. It is going to be a roller coaster. Get yourself buckled in because Sarah's in the building.
Oh, that's not cheesy at all, Joe. You know, Joe has been so excited about this launch. And do you know what it is? So when we do Nature's Garden, it's about having everything to coordinate like what's out there with nature. Now, can you remember last year, Joe, when we did the Peacock collection? Joe was super excited about the Peacock collection. This is another level again to how excited Joe is compared to how he was about the Peacock collection. And if you remember, that Peacock collection, Joe, sold out like that. Sold out in an absolute flash. I think this one is going to go absolutely the same way. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through in detail everything in the collection to let you know what our thinking in the product development team was behind everything. But basically, Chinoiserie or Chinoiserie, however you want to say it, you tell them what it is, Joe, because I love your explanation.
Chinoiserie. It is a 1800s European interpretation of Far Eastern culture.
So there's the fancy thing. I just say it's this pretty kind of oriental type feel, but a little bit different with the floral undertone. So you know where I'm going to start, guys? The paper pad. Joe said this is his favouriteest paper pad we've ever made in the company. What I'm going to do is I'm straight away going to get the details on the bottom of your screen of the paper pad on its own, because if you love it, they're straight up there. George is right there with me, right? So if you love it as much as we do and you are buying the set, bear in mind you get the 12 by 12 paper pad in the set, but only one of it, and you know what we say about all of these pads, they're limited edition. So if you love it and you want to go for more of them, stock up on the consumables while we're on launch. Right, are you ready, Joe? I'm going to go.
I am so ready.
And I'm going to take my time. I'll let you get on the overhead camera and I'm going to take my time and put you through all of the pages, right? So they're all double-sided. So you can see you've got that lovely oriental feel, but then you'll have the matching paper on the back. So when we move through, it's always this same beautiful colour palette, but they're quite busy backgrounds. They're nice and kind of vibrant, aren't they, Joe? So 4 sheets of each one of these papers. Do you know what, I did have like a no, I'm going to take my time, Joe. I'm going to take my time and show you them.
They deserve this kind of level of respect, don't they?
They do. And do you know what I love is when you see a lot of the it's how vibrant. How vibrant the colours are, okay? So let's have a little look. I'm going to keep going through. So now this one here, right? I have visions, Joe. If you cut this along here and use this as a 6x6 on a Z fold card. Nice. With the front and the inside going on there as well. 4 sheets of that one. There's the background on there as well. Now, apparently, Joe, we're getting tons of feedback on this one.
Jen says, I have this, it's gorgeous, exquisite, thank you. More Oriental designs, please. Debbie says, good morning, thank you for the wonderful scone recipe. Can't wait for this show. Ooh, red's your colour, according to Monica. And Hannah Hicks has gone for this and ordered 2 extra paper pads. 90% of people that have gone for it are adding an extra paper pad, Sarah.
Let me know what you've all gone for in terms of the extra paper pads. I know for a lot of you, it'll be a case of adding with these extras of paper pads. We've got the King Gold gilding wax back in stock for this show. Look at the B track. Look how gorgeous the B track is, as well as the A track. Gorgeous. Joe. I love that one. Love that one there as well. Right, so there we go. There's the last page, right? So there are all those beautiful pages and they are fabulous. That is what I wanted you to see first of all, okay, Joe? Now, that's the paper pad. Are you ready? I'll show you through the rest of it.
Yes, please. So busy already. People adding 2s and 3s of those extra paper pads into their baskets. Details along the bottom of your screen. I love this stamp, Sarah.
Isn't it fabulous? Now, to colour, this is one of the cards we're going to be doing later on the show, Joe. Look at how we've blended those colours through there. They are fabulous. And again, this is one of the B-track sides. Just giving you, this is one of the background pieces just to show you how fabulous it can be. I'm coming on to this lovely die a little bit later as well. But the stamp sets, we've got this set here with the beautiful birds. And then also this set. Now, I don't know what you call these, Joe.
Pagoda?
Pagoda, that's the word. And then look at this. This is a fabulous one. If you just want to do, you know, stamping, this has been stamped and then the colour dragged out there as well. Have a little look on the up close because I think you need to see that one. Up there, okay, that is what we're talking about, okay? So you've got there the beautiful stamped element. I'm coming on to these in a little bit. Some of the papers that we've got some coordinating Centura Pearl paper pads on here as well, Joe. I mean, they are just beautiful. So that's the, what was the pagoda?
Pagoda.
And then do you see this bit here, right? This is from this cardstock pad, right? So we've got the cardstock, we say cardstock pad. They're like these 3D elements that have got all the foiling on there to give you all your toppers to get started. Then we've also got here this embossing folder. Now I'm going to be using this in loads of my demos, but look how fabulous it looks there in the background. And I'm coming on to this stamp set as well. This is beautiful. It's one of the stamp and die sets. But how gorgeous is this? Just with some small bits of that paper pad, some of the flowers that we're going to be touching on, and then that beautiful background embossing, 6x6. It's a 6x6 embossing folder. Now, this is the frame die, you know the one that I was showing you with that first card. So this is the card that I'm going to be doing. Do you want to see one of the other cards that I'm going to be doing?
Yes, please.
I'm really excited. And actually, it'll be great to get some feedback from you guys as to which one you want me to do first. Really excited to be doing this one for you here. Can you see? So it's like a tent-fold stage style card.
Nice.
Again with those beautiful papers in the background, just showing it off really well. And one of those toppers to use there as your lifter, right? So we've got that one coming up a little bit later in the show. Here are the set that I said. Now this is one of the stamp and die sets. You've got the stamp, but then you've got the matching die to cut around it. They make some lovely centerpieces in the card on there as well. Now, this one here, I think is really clever, Joe, because these are all of your Chinese lanterns, but they've got the left cut and the right cut on them.
Nice.
So I'll show you the card that we're going to be doing a little bit later, right? It's all about being able to cut them on the edge of the card to give your card a little bit of shaping. Or, look at this, how we've used the other side to shape from there. So I'm going to be teaching you that as par for the course when we go through the demonstrations. And of course, all of those all coordinate back perfectly to that amazing 12x12 bag. I'll bring this over a little bit later for you, Joe, in case you want to show everybody. But
Absolutely.
it just shows you every one of them, the front side and the back side. I mean, look how beautifully well they all coordinate together. The papers are absolutely just to die for this. If you're thinking about it, get multiples of these paper pads.
Well, I've decided I'm going to order it, Sarah, the paper pad. I'm ordering it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just have decided I need it in my life. I'm even thinking about cutting it down, getting some square 6x6 paper pictures printed of my travels through Asia,
right.
Cutting this down and putting it in an 8x8 frame, and then just using it as a mount for pictures. I mean, even just for that, you're going to absolutely love it. For making envelopes, it's going to be amazing. There's so many different things, and I think the great thing about this collection of it is so evocative. I think the thing is about sort of Asian culture is there's so much symbolism and it signifies so many different things. You're going to find so many different things to create awesome projects with this collection. It is very, very busy already. As we go through this, you'll see the price on this collection is amazing. I've just picked out a couple of my favourite samples from the collection that I wanted to share with you, because look at the kind of thing that you're going to be achieving with this. Can you see here just how gorgeous that is? You've got the double Z fold there, you've got those lanterns in there too. It is absolutely incredible. These birds, I'd love to see these birds heat embossed over onto those 12x12 pads. It is absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. It's unlike anything anything else out there at the moment as well. And the price is amazing. As I said, Club Inspire Platinum members, $43.99 in the UK. You save more than you spend in the UK, which just blows my mind on a brand new launch. In the US, $71.99. Platinum members, you're actually getting, if you do choose to pop the P&P on the shipping and handling on there as well, you're still going to get for less than the actual retail price, and we will upgrade you as well to that express delivery service too. Or what else you can do, you've got other options, is you can create a free shipping basket. Some of the things that you might want to pop in there to help you to do that, definitely get 1 or 2 more of the 12x12 pads. That would be what I'd be going for. And then maybe add a few of these other items that we've got on the show for you as well. We've got a great adhesive selection for you, which would go really well with this. This is part of our Freebie Frenzy event. You can find all details for that over on the website. I love that the team have put together a fantastic Centura Pearl bundle that's going to complement the Chinoiserie collection beautifully. It's here, 50 sheets for you, $11.96 or $17.96. The King Gold gilding wax is going to go brilliantly with this. It's just got that wonderful Japanese element to it. It's almost like, it looks like it's kind of got gold leaf on that embossing folder when you do it. And put together an amazing opaque pigment ink pad collection for you as well, $11.97 or $16.68. The comments are on Fuego, that's Spanish for fire. Who else have I got here? So Deb Rich says, got this gorgeous set, extra paper pad and matching card. Andrew Bennett has ordered the set, got 2 paper pads as well. We want a samurai for the gentleman in the future, please. We'll see what we can do. I'll have a chat with Leanne for you. I know some of you may have already received this collection and been making fabulous things with it. I would like you to send me the pictures in, please, if you are one of those people. You can email your pictures to me, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I do have to make a formal apology as well. I know I was meant to be here in a kimono dressing down.
Yes, you were.
It hasn't happened, and I am sorry. What I would say is, if I'm down for the craft along, I promise I'll wear it then. And I'll tell you what, I'll dig out a couple of pictures as well and send them to the gallery, and we'll try and show them. It's even got a matching face mask. It's quite something. Now, Sarah, I know you've got lots planned for the next couple of hours, so without further ado, it's like a coiled spring over there. I can feel the excited energy from over here.
I know, well, do you know what? I'm going to see if I've got, yes, I've got some of that King Gold. Because what I'm going to do is, I want to do this card here, because it was my favourite one out of all the cards I've got to go for. But I'm going to add a little bit of that King Gold in, just to really give it that lift, Joe. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this one, and it is using that Chinoiserie frame, okay? But I'm going to show you how you can do it with A4 cardstock, so you can kind of do it in a little bit of a cheat way. So I'm starting with A4, Joe, and I'm just going to get my large guillotine out here. And let's trim this. Now look at this here, right? So if I get the die out, come on out die, come on out, right? So can you see it's got a cut in, but then it's also got the outer die cut if you want to cut out as well.
Imagine paper piecing that, Sarah.
Oh, it would be fabulous. And then can you see it's designed to fit on a 5x7 card base.
Awesome.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to 5 inches wide so that I've got the right base, okay? So I'm working on a 5-inch piece. And then I'm going to bring my scoring tool in. And what I'm going to do, Joe, just in case you want to make this exact size card, I'm scoring at 1.25 inches, right? So, sorry, not 1.25. Let's have a little look. I've made me notes here. I want to get this exactly right. So I want to tell you, here we go, I want to give you the exact size. I am scored, here's me one that I've scored. 0.5, right?
Awesome.
So look at this, I did a quarter of an inch on here, just to give me the little bit down the corner. So quarter of an inch, and then where did I do my second one at? Quarter of an inch and 7 1/4 inches, right? So quarter of an inch and 7 1/4 inches. And then what that should do is it's going to give you a base. So can you see we've got the base point there, but also just a little bit of fold at the top for us to glue another piece of card onto. So can you see that it's going to connect over at the top there? Awesome. And then I've just cut another little piece of black card, and I've just cut it to basically 5x7. So it's the same size as what we're working with, Joe, but I'm going to take this and run it with this piece on, send it through and cut all of that lovely detail out there.
Amazing. So many people going for this. So many people talking about all the significance and the symbolism of Asian culture.
Brilliant. Oh, well, that would be great to hear some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking about things, you know, the concept of like red letter days, Sarah. You know, when you give someone money or something and you make a little pouch that it goes in all red. Imagine embellishing those with this. Imagine making something we don't really do, but New Year cards or Lunar New Year cards, things like the Chinese New Year. I can say it in Vietnamese. Do you want to hear it?
Go on.
Chap Mang Nam Moi means, there you go, Happy New Year in Vietnamese.
I thought it means there you go. I was
No!
Say, does it?
I'm feeling very nostalgic about my Asian travel adventures presenting this collection.
Oh, hey, well, we are all eager, Joe, to live vicariously through you, so you can tell us all about that, and we'll all feel excited with you. Isn't that right, everyone? Yes, just tell me that's right. Here we go. Right, so here we go. Bit of King Gold. We finally got it in stock. By the way, guys, King Gold is the one that we call it rose gold. So it's like our rose gold version of gilding wax. Now, for any of you who haven't used or had gilding wax before, the beauty with gilding wax is, Joe, you're going to just pop out there, is you just literally put it on with your finger.
Cool.
So can you see, I put it on and then I take off the excess and then give it that little bit of, what I'm liking is, we've got a lot of gold in the middle, and then I'm building up to kind of less gold as we come round the outside. So you just get that little bit of, gilded feel to it as well. And it's all these extra bits, like knowing the exact colours of ink pads to work with, like knowing the right gilding wax to use to give it that lovely finish. Our designers have worked really hard to kind of work all this out for you, so that you just know the products we put on this show for you, we've planned it all out for you already.
What I love is how thorough it is and how consistent the messaging is all through this collection, because down to the colour palettes that's been used, down to that pagoda that carries all the way through. I love that all the shapes are all rounded. They're all so of the style that you're just going to make cards for people and they're just going to absolutely love them, because it's going to be unlike anything else that is out there. I think just popping that gilding wax onto that frame in the middle, it almost looks like it could be something that's in a temple, Sarah. It is just divine, yeah.
And I never put this much gilding wax on. I mean, I've really built up that wax there around the inside.
So beautiful.
How fabulous does that look? Now, all you're going to do to clean that up is literally come in with a little baby wipe, Joe, and just give it give it a clean over at this stage, so that you don't end up with gilding wax all over the base of your project, which is absolutely not what we want. Or worse still, when we get bits of adhesive on and then we get gilding wax on top of our adhesive, and then it all kind of transfers onto the project as it was, right?
What a nightmare.
So here we go. So I've cleaned up my glass mat, and by the way, folks, this is all why we work on a glass mat. And then if I bring this in, and you see we had to fold that bit over at the top, didn't we? And then you see that will give us the nice base to pop this on there as well. Now it's just a tiny little bit too wide, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this to the same width, give it a little bit of a trim on the corner, Joe, and as long as everyone can see what I'm doing, I'm just sticking it together.
Awesome. Loads of people loving this. I love that some of our regulars as well are messaging me just to say how much they love it, and they love it as much as I do, Sarah. Joy Sampson, the lovely Joy in New York, she says, I think this is her favourite paper pad ever. Like ever. And Joy's already got it.
Right there with you.
Joy's got her hands on it. Joy's already been creating with it. So she knows how amazing this is. Mariah says, emailed the card that I made. We'll show that very soon. Mariah lived in South Korea for 4 years, and there was this posh store right next to my apartment. This set's colour scheme and design would have fit right in. It is truly lovely. Nice. I love that it's evoking so many memories in people. You know, it really takes you back to a certain time and place, which is what I think is so great about it.
I just love how many people are absolutely loving it. So this has been one of our most pre-ordered collections that we've ever done. So many of you have been pre-ordering this over the weekend. Usually, most of you wait until we do the show and then decide during the show, do I like it? Do I absolutely need it in my life? Oh, there's been no waiting for this one, Joe, has there not?
No, absolutely not.
No waiting. No, we've had so many of you. So for a lot of you, you've probably had the shipping notification to say it's on its way already.
Yeah, I remember when we previewed it on the HSM preview, and the moment I saw it, I just fell in love with it. Look at that. It's incredible.
So that, and I think that King Gold has made all the difference.
Really
around
has.
there, right? So that's given us the tent fold. And then look what I've got, Joe. I've just got a couple of strips of that paper, and I'm just going to do a little bit of the matting and layering inside to make it really stand out. Now, the only thing is, obviously you've got the A track and the B track on the paper. So it's hard to decide which one to kind of go with. So here we go. Oh, look, this is why you don't get tape on the back. You always clean your the glass mat down, Joe, while you're working, right? So there's the base there.
Beautiful. I'm
going to put a little, now I'm using that B track here, and I'm going to pop this on the base part there.
That one with the birds on is like the inside of like an antique Chinese tea chest or something, isn't it? That's what I think about. I just want to go on holiday. Do you know what? It makes me really just want to get on a plane and go somewhere. It really does.
We never would have realised you were desperate to go on holiday. You never would have realised.
I haven't said, have I?
Right, watch this. I'm taking that one, Joe. I'm going to take a little, and these are my scraps of paper, by the way, that are left over. I'm just going to pop this through the middle there. Now, for a stopper on the base, Joe, can you see you've got these lovely card toppers? And these are fabulous, because what you can either do is you can cut around the outside and use it as a double layer, or you can just take one of these. So can you see I'm just going to take this and peel this off the back. So I've got my 3D foam pads already on there, and I'm going to add that onto the bottom piece on there, and that's going to give us, can you see, the little stopper. So if I want that to fold over nicely, give them a good crease. Give this a good crease here.
Could you acetate that if you wanted to as well,
Oh,
Sarah?
yes, if you want that to be even. I mean, look, to be honest, it's pretty strong as it is. But if you wanted to acetate that, just to give it even more strength and rigidity, you absolutely could. And then can you remember that set that we've got, Joe, which I'm going to be using a little bit later on in the show. Let me make sure I get the right one and show you here. Where have you gone? Here it is, right? So this, I've sent Joe all the boards over here. So what you're getting is, Joe's got them boards to show you. But you get the stamps, Joe.
Yep.
And then you can either cut them with the left and right, or just use one side. Now later on in the show, for any of you who missed it at the beginning, I'm going to be doing this card here and show you how you get that shaping. Isn't it just totally different to anything else that we've done before? So I'm going to show you that later. However, what I've done for this one, Joe, is just taken some of these. So if I just show you here, look at this. I've used some of the scraps of paper, stamped this out. So this is the plain stamp, and then this is just coloured with a few little bits of pencils. And then you use those dies, and if you use both sides, you see, what you'll see is it's going to cut that out. You can use the left and the right cut to get a complete cut all in one go in its entirety.
Love that.
So if you cut that out, you're basically going to get this. So all I've done is I've cut out some of those lanterns and added on some little bits of like ink and what you call it? I've done pencil on this one. I've done one of my sparkle inks on this one. And then all I'm going to do is bring in, I'm sure we've got some foam pads somewhere. Let me get in the foam pad drawer.
Okie doke.
And you all need some foam pads to stick this together beautifully, because I think the foam pads on that little area. So I've got into Craig's secret foam pad drawer, Joe.
Oh no.
Hey, we've got some foam pads on the show,
We
haven't we?
have. I've got a great collection actually. I'll share that with you in a few minutes. Mary Pat says, I've been reliving my trip to Japan ever since this collection was released on HSN. So many happy memories. Isn't that brilliant when something, you know, whatever it is, Sarah, it could be a song, could be a TV show, or in this case, a crafting collection. You know, it transports you back to a time and a place where you just had the best time. I think that's how lots of our viewers feel about this. Christina says, I lived in Japan for a little while as well. I also loved visiting all of the temples there. Can't wait to start crafting with this. Kathy's loving the grass mat. Grass mat? No, we don't sell those. Glass mat. Carol Coe's just ordered
we
this.
can look into grass mats.
We could do grass mats.
You know?
Not sure they'd be that good for doing inking and things on. Christine says, I love the design so much I ordered it twice. Beverly says, you've got a win card of the day today, Sarah. Did you know who won card of the week on Sunday?
Did I?
You did!
Oh,
yes!
Yes! That's made my day. I did not know that.
You did. You won yesterday as well. Can you purchase the card stock or the pad on its own? You can, yes, indeed. The details are down there on the bottom of your screen because a lot of you, in fact, more of you than not, are adding extra 12 by 12s in.
I've just heard how many have sold just since we've started the
I
job.
know.
I was thinking you were all going to be waiting till you'd seen a few of my demonstrations. Have a little look at this one up close. It looks awesome. I should know better, Joe. Our crafters don't work.
Absolutely not.
Yes, that pad. I'll get Joe to flick you through it in a little bit. But that pad, please. Maybe some of you have already ordered this collection from HSN or from Crate and Craft and you're just ordering extras of the pads today. Knock yourself out, guys, because I know we'll probably be sold out of this pad by the end of this week, and then that'll be it for this pad. So if you love it, get stocked up on the pad. That is my first demo. That will be going on the shelf. I've got loads to share with you. Should I get ready and do that other card I was just showing you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we do that one next?
I'll run everyone back through the collection. I'm just hearing how busy it is, exceptionally busy out there at the moment. I would love to know how many pads Christine Mahoney's gone for if she's watching. She probably won't tell me, I reckon.
I'd like to know.
Probably won't tell me. What you've got firstly is this amazing creator card. Now, what I love about this collection is when you use it all together, I mean, it is thebomb.com, as Sarah would say, knock your socks off amazing. But also, how about using just one element on its own? How about taking this element, because you've got the outside cutting edge as well, how about putting a beautiful picture of a loved one behind there and cutting the photo using the outside edge? Of course you're going to be able to do that. Maybe you need to make a really quick card. That's what we've put in here, these die cut sentiment toppers for you. They also make amazing stoppers when it comes to your cards too. This here are these two little birdies. Do you know what I'd love to see done with this? I'm going to hold it this way so you can see the main imagery. Would love to see this heat embossed on top of some of the pattern papers in the paper pad. I think that would look absolutely exquisite. Maybe do it in some clear embossing powder and do a resist technique over the paper pad. There's so many ways. It's so elegant and refined. What you've also got here are embellishments. You've got some Chinese symbols in here. You've got sentiments in here too. For anyone that's visited the Far East, I mean, this will just really resonate with you. You've got those beautiful pagodas. How about doing a bit of decoupage and layering up these layers with some foam pads? I think it'd be a great way to go. You've got your lantern in there. Again, more of those Chinese symbols in there too. This for me, if I think about Japan, this floral here is exactly what I think about. It is beautiful, it's so delicate, it's detailed. The design is so beautiful that you don't need to do too much to it, which is awesome. Then we're going to move on to the stamps and dies that are in here. This is just incredible. So what you've got here are all of these stamps that you can see at the top just here. And what these do is they stamp all of this out here. So you've got time to celebrate, enjoy your day on here as well. But then what we can do, and this is for me how I feel when we talk about Crafter's Companion being designed by crafters for crafters. We could have just given you dies for these, but we haven't. We've given you left side dies and right side dies. So cut it all out. Cut it out as a leading edge on the left side or on the right side. You've also got these elements here. There's so much symbolism running through the whole collection. It is just stunning. This one just here is also another fantastic stamp and die set. Also, what you can do here now is actually take these elements, decoupage these up. A brilliant excuse for you to get all of your colouring mediums involved as well. What I would say as well, you don't have to be au fait and well versed in, Japanese and Chinese culture in order to use this collection. If you just want to look at it and say, that looks beautiful and it's pretty and it's gorgeous, can I still use it and make beautiful things? Of course you can. That's not what this is about. But I think if you do, it does have that symbolism for you, you're going to love it. Now, as Sarah said, I'm just hearing how many of you have got this in your basket at the moment, the 12 by 12 paper pad. People are adding 2s and 3s and 4s of this. Let me show you what you've got. So I want to show you the whole piece of paper just here. So if you have a look at the entire 12 by 12 pad that you've got just here, I'm just going to wait for you to come out and have a look at that. So the whole 12 by 12 sheet, as you can see here. What you can do is, you can cut into it. You can. What I love is you've got the birds in here, you've got the trees, you've got the cherry blossom. It's like being on holiday in Kyoto. That's what it feels like. Then what we move on to is this colour here. Now the mustards and the greens are exquisite. You've also then got your little temple pattern in there as well, which I love. The next one here This is just simply stunning. Again, we've got cherry blossom in here. We've got dragonflies that symbolise new beginnings. You've got those birds in there that are so synonymous with Far Eastern culture. The next one here, this is like a Ming vase. This is what this reminds me of. It's the sort of thing you'd see in ancient Japanese and Chinese pottery in a museum somewhere, like in the V&A or something like that. But then, look at the back side. The B side is equally as pretty. Matte and layer that together, unbelievable. Now, look at this big, bold statement floral. Do you want a fussy cut? You're going to absolutely adore fussy cutting elements out of this. But the back side of this, it's almost like, Sarah, we must have had like 50 amazing patterns and just not know what to do with them. So it's not an A and a B side. Do you know what it's like? It's like back in the day when you'd get a double A side. It's a double A side. That's what we've got.
Yeah,
then
it is when you look at that. I mean,
look
that
at
one
that.
There.
Imagine, I'm going to just show you. I'm going to paint the picture for you and put it together. Imagine those birds heat embossed into the middle of there with a resist technique.
Can we just take a moment, Joe, and say any other company would charge you $19.95 for
easily.
a like this, right? So can we just appreciate for a 48-page pad how awesome our pricing is? I mean, can we just because I
had to check for a second.
I didn't think it was that fantastically priced, let's just say. So yes, I'm sorry if that means you're trying to use these to get you the free shipping and now you have to add 3 instead of just 2.
£10.30 for a platinum member.
£10.30.
Unbelievable.
There you go, guys. Yes, we're just awesome. You can love us even more.
Look at that one. I love that you've got the continuation of different patterns as well, all the way through. I'm going to whiz through because I could literally spend the whole 2 hours just taking you through this and talking about it. Look at how gorgeous that is. Absolutely beautiful. If you want to go through it on its own, you can, but I know you're going to want to add extras into the whole collection. It is far and away my favourite paper pad we have ever done. And I'm actually not kidding you when I say I'm going to order one of these after the show because I want to have it available for things like scrapbooking, for mounting pictures. Think about home decor that you've got. How about little trinkets and stuff that you've got from your collections, from your travels? You want to put that in there as well. The value is off the chart. As a platinum member in the UK, you actually save £45 and change. You're spending £43 and change. It's unbelievable value for money. Platinum members in the US, you can pick this up for $71.99. Think about it then, for $71.99, it's actually costing you less than the retail price delivered. Or of course, what you can do is top yourself up to $125 basket spend, and we're going to upgrade you anyway, gold and platinum members, to that express shipping option, which is awesome. Now, I know what you're going to want to do. So the paper pad is that gorgeous. What you're going to want to do is have some other cardstock that means you can extend the life of the paper pad.
Show them.
Absolutely.
Because Aisha was just saying on Facebook, she would just get a sheet of the paper and frame it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? You could. You absolutely could. So these have been selected, these papers, these cardstock, I should say, from Century Pearl, to be able to extend the life of your paper pad. Because it means actually you can use a matte layer of this rather than a second and third matte layer of your cardstock. So you've got it here in all the different colours that are going to go with that. Oh, shiny! Then we've got this one here. Oh, look at that. That is the Pacific that you've got just there. And then, of course, that lovely, gorgeous lilac. Brilliant price on that. I know you, some of you out there are doubling up on that one as well, so do grab that. We've got the ink pads. Now I think the pigment ink pads are going to go perfectly with this collection because you can do that heat embossing. And I think adding that texture onto those papers, onto your projects is going to be amazing. You've got the Midnight in here. You've got the Bordeaux. You have got the Lagoon as well. This is a quick dry one I've got here. It's just for colour. I'm showing that one for you there. Do grab those if you want to get them. $11.97, $16.68. I've also got here as well the adhesive collection for you.
Show them the glue.
Now this is brilliant because it's a real hero collection. You're really going to love using your foam pads in this collection. So you've got everything you need. So you've got an all-purpose, you've got a tacky, one of the dotty, which is going to be awesome for allowing you to stick down that incredible creator card die. And then you've got 3 different sizes of your foam pads in there. Oh, they're all the same. Sorry, my bad. They are all the 3mm. And this is great. So things like your lanterns, the smaller ones, you've got the little ones in there. Absolutely. You're going to be able to hide them behind, which is fantastic. $14.96 or $26.34 if you want to go for those ones. How about some gilding wax? Because What I think of when I think about Japan, did you ever see Joanna Lumley's Japan, Sarah?
I didn't.
Oh, she toured around the whole of Japan and she went to like, you know the houses where the geishas live? And it's all wood, black wood, with amazing like gold leaf everywhere. So what you can do with these is you can actually recreate. I've got a few different ones in here for you. This is Renaissance. I've also got this one here, which is your antique. Love that. It's like a really wonderful coppery tone. And then I've also got as well King Gold, which is like a rose gold, almost like a sort of an Egyptian pharaoh kind of gold. This is the one that we think will go the best with this collection.
Have a little
they
look.
will all work though. And Sarah's got it over there. Sarah, it also smells divine. I'm not sure if you're meant to smell it or not, but it smells divine.
It's not going to hurt you.
Okay.
Yes, the King Gold is the one I just used. So I like to always call this like our rose gold. So it's called King Gold, but that's what I've just been using on that one there. How fabulous does that look though? And that was that King Gold.
Beautiful.
I'll get the Renaissance out. We'll use the Renaissance on one of the projects later. But I just think it just elevates that to another level again. That beautiful screen in the background was just crying out for a little bit of that King Gold on.
It really was. It is so, so beautiful. Right. I think it's time we gave you an opportunity to check your baskets out, because a lot of you got very full baskets at the moment, and understandably so. You don't want to miss all of Sarah's incredible demonstration. We've talked a lot about shipping, so we're going to explain the shipping to you, because we've got loads of different options for you, which is so exciting. We're also going to tell you as well about all of the fantastic details of Club Inspire too. So we're going to let you know about both of those and give you an opportunity to check out.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
So many of you grabbing this collection. Great question coming from Beverly Bryant. Joe, is the paper shimmery or does it have foiling? It doesn't really. Let me just explain to you. It's kind of got an uncoated feeling to it, and I think that's really important. I think you're going to want to ink it, aren't you, Sarah?
So
imagine your water reactives in here with some blending, going over some of your heat embossing. It's going to be perfect for all of those. I have talked about as well, I know a lot of you already got your hands on the collection. If you've got pictures of the things you've made, get them in to us. We are starting to get some pictures in. I'll share those with you as soon as I can. Which stamps are included in the collection? Let me just I'll quickly whiz you through it one more time, because there's a lot of questions about what is included. So you've got the stamps and dies, which is your lanterns. You also have the stamps and dies, which is your peony reef set, which is this one here. You've got the embossing folder, included in there. We've also got then, of course, the creator card die included. You've got the toppers. You've also got that gorgeous pagoda, as well as the birds, and you get the paper pad. So that is everything that you are getting in there included. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think we are in danger of breaking the internet at the moment. Lisa Rodriguez says, just ordered this collection, so excited to get it. I lived in Okinawa for 10 years. I travelled to China, mainland Japan, Hong Kong. I need to order extra paper. I went on to a well-known TV show, Sarah, called How to Lose Weight Well. And I did the Okinawan diet because they are amongst the longest lived people in the world. They are the longest lived people in the world.
Well, that's new for me.
And the food was absolutely atrocious. It's obviously great for you, and it had the correct effect. Loads of you sending photos in. Please keep getting them in. Get your orders placed. Sarah, loads more I know you've got to show us with this.
Come on, yes, I said we were going to do this card, and what I wanted to do is show you how to do this kind of, you know, where it cuts over the side jaw, and then also how to do your mat and layer with the cutting detail as well. Once you know how, it's really easy, okay? So what I've done is I've just started off with a regular 6x6 fold card. This is when you can be using a lot of the cards, Joe, that you've maybe got in your, you know, from your boxes and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm going to do, just take the stamps out first of all, and let's go with that little square one. Now the stamps are all photopolymer, by the way, obvs, because you know we like phenomenal quality card. So I'm going to just ink this up, and I'm going to have this kind of appearing part way down there, right? That goes on the front, and then let's take that triple layer one. And by the way, you can do this, Joe, with any one of these stamps because you've got the two different side cuts for all of them. So I'm going to go on the inside now, bring this in, and I'm using, by the way, because I'm going to use the I'm going to use our Spectrum Noir Tri blends to colour these in. So what I'm doing is I'm using the alcohol proof, but I'm using it in the flagstone, so it's a slightly different kind of feel. So let's go right down the edge with this one, down there like that. So you stamp your images first. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to come in with the dies, and we'll say, right, I want to cut you around the outside like this. So we'll get that in. Use a little bit of tape, Joe, to hold this in place. But bear in mind, what I'm doing is I'm popping this down and then holding it in place on the outside. We'll do the same with this one here. I'm going to take, let's have a little look. So it should be this one, I think, to go down that side.
Do you think that any level of crafter can use this, Sarah? Anyone that's got a die cutting machine, would you say that you don't? I know we're going to really inspire you, aren't we, in the show, and show you lots of great techniques, but you could really use this in the most basic, the most simplest of forms, I think is what I'm trying to say, because of how beautiful it all is.
What I would say is, if you are quite a newbie crafter, what you want is you want strong, bold colours and really out there design, so that you don't need to do an awful lot in the rest of the card for it to look pretty spectacular. And that's what this collection will give you that maybe you won't get in like other collections. So ones where it's all about you need to be really talented to be able to make something look great. This is not that collection. The collection is so strong and bold on its own, you don't need to do an awful lot to it. So, cut a long story short, perfect for beginners, shows what I'm trying.
Awesome.
Right?
Michelle has tried to send us an email with some pictures on, and she's forgot to attach their pictures. Oh. Michelle, you and me are kindred spirits, because the amount of times I do that, but we would love to see your pictures, Michelle. We've got the story, we just didn't get the pictures. And you know, words and pictures together. So Michelle, if you could send us the actual pictures, we would really appreciate it.
Right, here we go, Joe. So can you see what I'm doing is, right, I'm taking this and then I'm cutting to the top and to the bottom. So you can see there, we've got the card now with them coming out from the outside. Nice idea, yeah? And then what we can do is just look at this. I'm going to use a little bit of pink, just a little bit of pink ink pad, just to bring a little bit of colour down the edge, just to take the kind of stark white off the edge. Can you see?
Awesome.
So we'll go down one side, and then I'm going to do exactly the same here and just bring it down this side as well.
Do you know what might be great, Sarah, as well? Getting things like your inks in, you know, your jarred inks, water-based one.
Yes.
Plain one. and doing things like your aging and distressing techniques. I'm thinking things like, you know, like the salt technique and stuff like that. And pairing it up with all of these awesome oriental designs, making it like distressy and vintage and gorgeous.
Love that idea.
Really nice. And
Love
also,
that.
all of your colouring mediums that you already have are going to be able to use with this, I think, which is absolutely awesome. Really, really lovely.
There's a lot of just really nice for like blending. Now, I'm using the Tri-Blends, Joe, and because I use the alcohol-proof ink pad, can you see there's no movement at all with them?
Absolutely.
It's all blending out beautifully well. So just giving you a little bit of an idea. Now, I'm not going to continue all the way around, but it just kind of give you a bit of a feel. Can you see how that's looking really rounded?
Beautiful.
So you're going to do that with all of it. What I do want to show you, Joe, is, let's just have a little look. So if we're going to take this beautiful paper and we want to layer this on the front, right?
Amazing.
So can you see, I get this as though it's going to mat and layer on the front of here, but we need to cut this out. So instead of using this one, we're going to go and use this side one now here. So can you see, if we imagine that's being matted and layered, and what I want to do is I want to hold that there, let's just get a little bit of tape on here, hold that in place, and can you see that will give me the perfect cut for that one. And then we'll do the same with this piece here. Oh, hang on, I meant to do it the other way around. This is my big piece. Right, here's my little piece with the pink on the front. So can you see that's going to go on the front there? And that is going to go with our little die cut a little bit further on. So there we go with that first piece. Yep. And then the second piece, pop that in. I'm doing the pink this time, Joe. And what I'm doing is I'm going to take this one, and let's have a little look at this one here. All right, so I'm going to take this here and we're going to do exactly the same and line this up. So can you see, it's just all about having that ink that's just having the ink, having the die cut that's going to line it up in exactly the right place. So I can put both of these on here now, Joe.
And the thing is, right, what we could have done is we could have just given you one side, then we could have expected you to stamp it,
and work it
then
all
fussy
out.
cut it, then it not be lined up right. And we thought, do you know what, the value is that amazing, we just give you the dies, because other companies out there would do that. I don't know how. Simon seen the price on this that we're doing this for, Sarah.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it.
He's milling about today, so I hope he's not watching, because I think for a Nature's Garden collection launch of this quality, with this much stuff in it, $54.99. I mean, it's just, you could, I mean, it just, it blows my mind, it does.
And the thing is, we want, for the Nature's Garden collections, Joe, we like them to be affordable so that everybody can literally afford to get everything in the whole collection. So that's what we've tried to do for you, is make it so that you could get everything. So look at that. Can you see there how all of that's laid up now? And we've got that little bit of ink coming around the outside.
And doesn't it make the stamp pop as well?
It does. I just think it's a really clever way to show that design off. So you're probably not going to see the pink on here, but you can see that colour. So in the essence of speed, instead of you watching me do all of this colouring, what I've got is, I've got this one here that I've just finished doing all of that colouring, Joe. So all I'm going to do is now stick the rest of that card together with my tape pen, stick the bits of die cut papers on, and you can watch the whole thing come together.
Brilliant. Yolanda's asking about sentiments that are in here on these stamp collections. You've got Chinese symbols in here, you've got English sentiments as well, and they're all themed along the same way. I'll take you back through the boards very, very shortly. Karen says, next time I'm in England, I definitely want to go to a Crafter's Companion store. I would love to see one and be in one. Well, when you're here, Karen, you will absolutely have to come and visit us. Cherie Master says, ordered the collection yesterday, so excited. I've ordered more pads and paper and the King Gold today. Can't believe the almost giveaway price on these pads. I think it is. We genuinely thought there was a mistake before the show, because they are absolutely next level, I should say. Terry's saying, for the card you're doing now, you're cutting on both the top and the bottom. Could you use the double-sided plates for that? I'm not sure I get that.
No, I don't know that I get that either.
No.
Not quite sure what you're trying to do there.
Not sure either. Susan says, good morning, I ordered this on Saturday, can't wait for it to arrive. Beverly saying the lanterns would be brilliant, stamped in gold and then coloured in. Would look so
I love
rich.
it when you guys start getting really excited about what you're going to do with the range, and you start kind of visualising it all. That is when we know we've made it, Joe, when people start getting excited like that.
Absolutely. So much love for this in the comments, which is fantastic. Right, keep getting your pictures in. We've got so many pictures to share with you really soon. Loads of you sending us things of pictures that you've made. Loads of people just sending us things like holiday snaps as well, and their favourite pictures of being in the Far East, Sarah.
Nice.
I mean, I've sent my holiday snaps in is what I mean. But you can send yours as well if you want to. I love seeing people's holiday snaps. You know when you go around someone's house, Sarah, and in their downstairs loo, they've got all their holiday pictures on the wall. I love just going, having a good old nosy around them all. It's my favourite pastime, it really is. But yes, loads of love for the whole collection. So many of you going for extra paper pads. I know you're going to love them. Do you know what the great thing is about that paper, Sarah? It's going to go such a long way because it's such a statement bold paper that you don't need a lot. You only need a peak of it, don't you? You don't need to do the whole background or the whole card front in it.
You just need a little bit
Yeah.
of it. That's it. I mean, look at that. Isn't that card very simple but very, very effective? And I love the idea that if you were not a crafter, right? So if you were making that for someone else, I bet they would have no idea of how you've done this, of how it just felt really, it just really led themselves well, I thought, to doing this design. So I'm really pleased I've had a chance to do that card. Right, I'm going to get ready for the next demo, Joe, because I've just got a little bit of tidying up to do. So give me a few minutes and we'll be back.
Will do.
Oh, let's see what we'll be doing. Oh, do you want to do the little house? Or do you want to do another one with the screen with a little bit of colouring or a little bit with embossing?
I think I want to see the pagoda.
Pagoda.
Yeah, I think so. Because looking at some of the awesome samples that the design team have done, let me just shout out to this. Look what someone's done here, Sarah. Now, who is this person? I love you, whoever you are. Lisa Taylor. Lisa has taken the central element from the creator card die and used it as a topper for a sentiment in the middle of that card.
That is
Boom.
clever.
That is very clever. Lisa, honestly, gold star for you for that. I think that is amazing. And then look at this kind of watercolour technique. Think about getting your water reactives in. I love how authentic this looks with those Chinese symbols added in there as well. But then the same colourway and card, look at this, a little bit of red ribbon on there, a little bit of colour. Again, a very simple card made to look very, very beautiful. And then, you know, you don't have to go full out with the Oriental theme. Can you see this here? Look, that doesn't scream Oriental to me. Does it you, Sarah?
No.
That just screams gorgeous card.
It's just classic. In fact, I might change my mind because I think we might have to go and do that stamp next. I love that stamp. Joe, while you've been showing everybody that, I've just had an update of our producer George about how many of you have ordered this in the first 50 minutes of the show. Oh my word, I love that you guys love this so much. It's really different for us. It's a huge departure from what we usually do. It was a risk. I didn't know if you were going to love it or not, but oh my word, have we been blown away. Like I said, biggest pre-orders I think we might have ever had on a Nature's Garden collection. You guys have been ordering it all weekend, and then the response we've had in the comment and with the checkout baskets in the first 50 minutes, I am loving it. And I'm not even scratching the surface on a lot of the stuff that I've got to show you. Wait till I get into some of the other demos. In fact, I'm going to have to get cracked on jobs.
Just to let you know, hundreds of you have already checked out on that paper pad in the first hour. Hundreds of you with it in your basket at the moment. It is unbelievable. I'm so pleased that you guys love this quite as much as we do.
That's you loving that paper
What?
pad. If
Look
it sells out, I'm going to not speak to you though.
Look at who's done this one? I mean, you guys at home, the design team, Maxine Skingsley. Look what Maxine's done here, Sarah. Paper around the outside, then she's folded the creator card die in half to create like a pop out, but then with the bit that pops out of the creator card, cut it in a different colour at the back and used it as a peep through. Maxine, that is absolutely gorgeous.
It's
inside and out. Isn't it amazing?
Them papers look incredible.
Beautiful, really, really beautiful. Right, let me take you back through what you're getting because I'm so excited I'm going to have a nosebleed in a minute. Let me show you here what you've got. So let's start off with this one just here. Let's start with the embossing folder because this is so quintessentially Japanese, which I think you guys absolutely love. Really, really beautiful, gorgeous florals all the way through there. The creator card is so versatile. I know all of our creator cards are versatile, but this is amazing. You've got that removable outside edge on there as well, which is fantastic. Really gorgeous. The toppers. If you just want to make a really super quick card, you want to take a little, how about a little 4x4 card couple of mats and layers, one of these beautiful toppers in the middle of that is going to look absolutely stunning. For me, the pagoda just evokes so many memories of incredible times that I've had in Asia and Southeast Asia. They are absolutely magical places. I love as well that you've got these Chinese symbols in here. You've got the lantern, you've got these flowers in here. You're going to get your colouring mediums in there and get so much depth and dimension into those too. Then we move through in something like the peony reef. Now the peony reef, I don't think this screams Oriental or Far Eastern.
Sure, yeah.
However, when you take the peony and you put the temple stamp with it, it absolutely ties it in, but you're going to be able to take that peony stamp and die, the reef stamp and die, and use that with or away from this collection. I think these birds are absolutely stunning. I love that they're on these really delicate branches with the floral elements in there. You've got sentiments in here too. May your day be filled with happiness. This one here says, your friendship means the world to me. I think for just because cards, these are going to be absolutely gorgeous. We also then have this. Now, I think this and the paper pad for me are the star attraction of this, because I can't wait for you. I think you could even make little home decor items using these lanterns, colour them in, just have them hung somewhere, maybe in the bathroom, maybe in the downstairs loo. I know I talk about the downstairs loo a lot, but you know, it's where you can really make a statement. And then what we've got is, of course, the papers. Now this is exquisite. I love, it's not an A side and a B side, it's a double A side, which is fantastic. Look at this one here. You've got the cherry blossom in here, you've got the dragonflies that symbolise new beginnings, you've got the beautiful birds in there as well. I love the variation. I love that we go from like beautiful Ming vase pottery right the way through to bold pops of florals in here too. You've got absolutely all of this included. Loads of you adding 2 to 3 paper pads in with the collection. I've heard just how many hundreds of you already checked out in this paper pad in the first hour. Hundreds of you with it in your basket right now as well. It's exceptionally busy. Extra paper pads available along the bottom of the screen there as well. Should we see some pictures, Sarah?
Oh, I'd love to.
Let's have a look then. Right. Loads of you sending in your pictures. You can order here. Now this is what I should have been wearing today, Sarah.
Oh, you
it's the
peasant.
kimono dressing gown.
With the matching
face mask.
I love
Nothing
it, Joe.
says 2019 like a dressing gown with a matching face mask, does
You
it?
look good there, Joe. You look good there. Oh, now look at these next ones that Joy sent in. So,
gorgeous.
So these are lovely. She's obviously been getting that oriental feel with some of the other oriental style products, or even not, you know, using this paper pad in the background and then adding on your own, like, you know, butterflies or whatever. It doesn't have to be oriental, but you can make it oriental with the pad. Have a look at, we've got some more from Joy as well.
Oh, she's really loved it, hasn't she?
Joy is sending in all the samples. So Joy's used all of these just using the paper pad and then mixing and matching with other elements from our collections. I mean, you could mix and match these with your peacock elements as well and they'd look fabulous. So, thank you, Joy. They are wonderful. Now, have a little look at what Lorraine's done. Love this idea. Look, she's made the matching envelope to go with the card using the paper. Should we try and do an envelope later on?
Yes, please.
I'll absolutely try and do your lovely professional envelope. That looks amazing. And then I love that she's used that cut-in detail creator card. Now, Mary's done a lovely one. Look at this, Mary, that's using the embossing folder, which I'm going to be using. Now, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Mary, I think that's really simple, but so incredibly effective because of the simplicity of it. You'll see that when I get to doing the my embossing in this little bit here. And look at Michelle's, Joe.
Gorgeous.
Love a Z-fold, Michelle. You know I love a good Z-fold. And actually, look, Michelle's done too. She's done this gorgeous Z-fold with the pagoda. And then also, she's done this other one, which is like an easel card with the frame that I'm about to use on this one standing up. Now, Michelle Wallace has sent, look, we've had so many cards with these. Michelle Wallace has sent this one. That's that gorgeous pad. That's what I was talking about. And I love how Michelle has done that same idea that I was showing you about, Joe, where she's cut around the side. I love that one, Michelle. And then another Michelle, I don't know which Michelle this one is, but this is Michelle where she's got one of her fabulous.
She has.
Just so is that just from her?
So this is some stuff from her collection. So she's actually written us an email as well. So Sarah and Joe, here are a few more items we collected from Okinawa in Japan. The frame picture was a domo arigato, thank you in Japanese, from a family we sponsored when they arrived on the island. The ceramic fish bowl, that's this one here, has fish painted inside as well. The hanging cranes, which I believe the next one, are 1,000 cranes presented to me from a Japanese women's club we were involved with when my husband left for war. It's a symbol of good luck to bring good spirits our way to keep him and our family safe. I hope you enjoy them.
Oh, I love
How amazing is that?
And then we go from that, Michelle, to one of Mariah's cards. So Mariah must have ordered this when it launched on HSN a few weeks ago. Mariah, that colouring looks immense. Is that pencil colouring, Mariah?
Looks amazing.
Gorgeous. And then just with that paper pad in the back, they look lovely. I'll get on to doing some of them later. So I'm going to do a little bit of colouring with that one later. But what I'm going to do first of all is, for anyone who doesn't know how to make a stepper card, I'm going to show you the easy way to do stepper cards, and then we're going to do a lovely central step with our embossing background on the front here, okay? So I'm going to get ready and do that one next, Joe. I've just got to get my embossing folder and all my little bits and pieces out. Give us 2 or 3 minutes.
Awesome, right, well whilst you do that I'm going to give you an opportunity to check yourself out. So I was going to get ready for our next demonstration. Now, what I love about shopping with us here at Crafters TV is we've got so many different options for you when it comes to shipping. So you can choose the one that you want. Take a look.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What are you waiting for? As Sarah says, make sure you join the club. You get the biggest discounts when you're in the club, which is so exciting. Loads of you still sending in pictures of things you've made and also suggestions on how you're going to use it. Any questions that you've got, get them into me, Crafters TV on Facebook or Crafters Companion on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. What I would say is if you've already got the collection from HSN, you've already got absolutely everything that's in here. It's our launch collection and nothing has sold out. So this is a perfect time for you to get your hands on it. I can't wait for this next card that you're going to make, Sarah.
Yes, come on, I'm going to show everybody the quick and easy way to do your stepper cards. In fact, what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to show you how to do it on your Ultimate or how to do it on your Scoremaster, so you can make it work for both, okay? So if I start off with my Ultimate. So bear in mind, I've got A4 cardstock, so I'm using my A4 Ultimate, right? So this is the UK size one. So what I'm going to do first of all, and by the way, I've got a full Ultimate show tomorrow, Joe, for those of you
Me
who
and
want to
you,
learn.
full Ultimate?
Yep. full ultimate show
Oh,
3
I
o'clock.
can't wait.
So watch this, what I'm doing, right? I'm using the first score line and I'm scoring not all the way down, but I'm scoring it kind of part way, right? Because then watch what I'm going to do, Joe. In the middle of these 2 lines, I'm going to do my half fold line. So here's my half fold A4, right? So half fold A4 goes right in the middle, okay? Then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this to here, and we need to go up and then back down, right? And we're going to go up and then back down with this, right? And then all you do is you move this line, so this line is over here, and you go back down on this side. Can you see that? So that's
Got
if
it.
you're not doing any of your measuring. And then all you do, Joe, is you take your knife and you go down here to that part, and then also down here. And what you end up with is, as long as the distance there is the same as the distance between that line and there, that will fold backwards, right? That folds up there. This comes down here, and you end up with an absolutely perfect stepper card. All this and more explained on the Ultimate 101 tomorrow.
Sarah,
right?
not only has the cavalry arrived with tea, Tracy's here, she's also clutching chocolate bars as well. I've been strong.
She is such.
She's got tea and chocolate. She's such a
influence,
feeder.
but we love
She's
her
got
so
a
much.
flake and a Terry's chocolate orange.
I love her so much for this, honestly. She always comes to my rescue.
She's such a
Jim,
good
she does.
one, isn't she?
Well, it depends on if you're on a diet or not. Right, so here's how we do that if we want to do it on your Scoremaster, right? So if you want to give this some official measurements, I'm going to come all the way down at 1 inch, right? And then I'm going to come down this side here at 1 inch as well. Now, your halfway point on this one, because that's, remember what you've got to do, you've got to score it halfway, is 1 little notch before the 6. So watch 1 little notch before the 6, but only in the middle part, right?
Okay.
Then decide how big you want your step to be. So if I want it to be 1 inch, watch this, I'll go up 1 inch, right? And then down 1 inch. And because my step's at 1 inch, I then need 1 inch onto this one. So this was 1 little notch before the 6, so we'll go to 1 little notch before the 7, right? Let me flip that over and show you again. So we'll come up 1 inch and then down 1 inch. And because this was 1 little notch before the 6, we go to 1 little notch before the 7, right? And then all you do, Joe, again, is you take that knife and you cut down the line here. Do you know, it's one of them things, these. It's like anything. Anything's easy when you know how, isn't it? And then watch if I fold these up. This one folds up here, and then these 2 step it in. So that is how you do a stepper card, either working from your Ultimate or working from your, can you see, from your, Scoremaster.
Awesome.
So that's the base card, right? So that is just how to do a nice stepper card. And tune in tomorrow, guys, for that full Ultimate Masterclass, and you're going to learn a lot more, right? Now, put that to one side. So there's the actual card we're going to decorate. What I'm going to do is just get a little bit, I've got a little bit of yellow cardstock. And where have I put my embossing folder? Here it is, I put it right under here. So I'm going to take this, Joe, and let's just work up a little bit of that background, okay? So I'm going to pop this into here, and then because it's a regular embossing folder, as in it's not a 3D embossing folder in any way, shape or form, what you do is you go in between your 2 outside cutting plates, and then you send that through, and that'll give you that lovely embossed detail. So if it was a 3D folder, you only use one of your clear plates, and then your magnetic and frosted. Because it's a regular embossing folder, you're going to use both of them 2 together. So that gives me that beautiful, really deep emboss there, Joe. And then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to use some Fryer Brown here, pick up that ink onto there, and I'm just taking the ink. So if you notice,
wow.
I'm staying where I am, a little bit of ink over on the corner, and with a little bit of Fryer Brown, I'm just going all the way around the outside. Now, your Chinese red would work lovely,
wouldn't
on
it?
as well, would be fabulous. Or a little bit of Bordeaux would be nice. I almost picked up the Bordeaux. To be honest, there's a lot of those, as long as you're in the deeper shades. And remember, this is because I'm just distressing the cardstock. If you wanted to do the, what was I going to say? If you want to do a little bit of stamping and heat embossing, Joe, your pigment inks are going to be perfect for this. Now look at this, I'm just giving it a little bit of a rub over, Joe, now, using the kind of leftover little bits. Can you see with that? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that gilding wax onto the embossed background, right? So I'm going to use a little bit of the Renaissance this time, just
Nice.
for a bit of a different feel. So always put it on with your finger, take most of it off, and then just give it a little bit of a rub over the top. So what we're doing is we're trying to add a little bit of sparkle without kind of getting it, without being a little bit too over the top. So I don't know how well the camera will be able to pick this up on the overhead, but we're just getting that kind of little bit of a subtle, like a subtle shine going over all those raised bits, Joe, with the gilding wax.
Brilliant. Loads of people absolutely going for it. It's getting busier and busier and busier now, so as we come into the second half of the show. I think a lot of people were maybe unsure about it, because I think, and I can definitely see, Sarah, that it's very different. You know, maybe you love florals, maybe you go for more traditional stylings when it comes to your crafting, but I think it doesn't take very long, does it, to see how you're going to be able to create things that are not only beautiful, that have loads of great symbolism behind them, and also are so craftable and so giftable as well, Sarah. I think you're going to be easily able to think of a load of different people that you're going to be able to give these to, and the colourways, again, are absolutely exquisite. I've just heard something, and I'm going to have to just ask George Squared, if that's true. Have you heard that, Sarah?
I've heard, Joe. Not good when I've got a pair of scissors in my hand.
Half the stock has gone of the collection. This isn't just a little, just a couple of hundred of these that we have. This is our Crafters TV launch stock. We ring fence a huge amount of stock for you, our Crafters TV customers, because you are so dear to us. Half that stock has already gone. That's people that have checked out their baskets, and there are lots of you in the ordering process at the moment. I know you're not going to regret going for this, along with all the extra paper pads that so many of you have gone for as well. Extremely busy, and I'm so pleased, Sarah. I can't wait to see what people start making with this.
Oh, it's amazing. And do you know what? It's going to be another one of those that's a little bit like, when they did the peacock, and everyone was like, oh, it's very different to anything we've done before, and then becomes one of our absolute top sellers anywhere. I mean, look at that paper, the paper there, and that's just a little bit of yellow cardstock. Because I've used the scissors to distress around the edge, doesn't that give a wonderful background? Now, what I've done, Joe, is then I've also used a couple of little bits, can you see, of just the leftover pieces.
Nice.
This is where you're going to do, I don't know whether to use the A side or the B side.
It's a double A side.
Double A side, there we go. So I'm going to go into there like that. Now, this is, I've obviously made this, Joe, with the matte black cardstock. However, if you wanted to do this, Centura Pearl is absolutely brilliant for these base cards. And do you know what? That Centura Pearl card pack that we had, that has all the matching colours, that would be absolutely amazing to go with this.
It would. Lots of you going for the Centura Pearl, lots of you going for the gilding waxes as well. Already suggestions coming in for the craft along for this, Sarah.
Yeah,
I'd love to know if you'd like
to
join us for the craft along. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yes.
If you guys came on, not scheduled at the moment, but you know what? Drop us
it will be beginning of June time.
Absolutely. So drop us an email, Crafters TV guests at crafterscompanion.com, Crafters TV guests at crafterscompanion.com.
Awesome.
Guest.
Awesome.
Singular, not
Guest
plural. There
singular.
you are. And .co.uk. I mean, I was close enough. Come on. Close but no cigar. Talking of cigars, Michelle says, I'm planning to use this collection to make a cigar box for my daughter, whom was born in Okinawa and loves all things Oriental.
I'm hearing about this Okinawa.
I know,
again.
it was somewhere I wasn't even aware of until a couple of years ago. It's some islands
somewhere I wasn't aware of until a couple of hours ago, Joe.
It's a collection of islands in the very, very south of Japan. And the people there are, as I said, the longest lived people in the world because of their diet of lots of fish and tofu and all these other wonderful things they eat, apparently.
Right, here we go. So, all I'm doing, Joe, is I'm just stamping this lovely frame in the background, right? So this is that lovely peony frame, and like you said, this does it. Pair this up with the Oriental background papers, fabulous. Pair it up with some of your florals, and it'll just make a lovely kind of floral background. Now,
absolutely.
That's the frame, but then watch what you can do is you can just colour. Let's have a look. I can go and find. No, it's not that way. It's not that way. There it is. Is it that way? Or is it this way here? That's it.
I think that's it.
There we go.
It would be the one you tried last, wouldn't it?
Of course it
Always
is.
the way.
Always is. So I'm just going to die cut this out. Now I won't do all of the colouring, but I will die cut it out to give you a little bit of a feel for how it's going to look, Joe.
Crafty Angie says, good morning. When I first saw this on HSN, I thought I didn't want it. Now after watching these demonstrations, I am so excited that I've ordered the full collection. That leads right into what I was saying a moment ago. It is going to be a different style for a lot of you, but I don't think you should be afraid, because the thing is, Sarah, I'm not sure if you'd agree, I think you might agree with me here. When you change up your style of crafting, it's still all of the things that you understand and know about the crafting you've already done. Don't think because it's a new style of collection that you need to change your composition, or you need to change the style of card that you make, or the concept of card that you're used to making. If you love double Z folds, you're going to love double Z folds with this.
Double Z folds with this.
Absolutely.
Really good point, that, Joe. And you know that, yes. And it's nice to have something a little bit different. Now, there's that. Can I just show you the one that I've done all the colouring in for? Because you go back and watch our Colour Me Happy show on Friday. Was absolutely fabulous. If you want tips on like how to do brilliant colouring with like your what's the word I'm looking for? We did lovely colouring with your colour blend pencils, Joe.
Nice. Yes.
Right, so watch this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a couple of little big globules of glue, and then I'm just going to pop a couple of these globules of glue behind here as well. So can you see, that's just going to hold that in place on there, and then because that's going to come through, that will hold it on place on there. Now, if you want to, Joe, as well, what you can do is, this has also got some extra little stamps and then extra dies to go with it. So if you wanted to do an extra few bits, okay, you can do extra die cuts to add extra little pieces onto them. Now what they will do is they will layer up on top if you want. So you can either lay them up on top, or I'm going to layer up a couple down the bottom here.
How about putting a little bit of spray and sparkle on the top of those little bits that you've put on top there as well?
Oh, nice.
Nice. Or if you've got, you know, any sort of
classy
varnishes or glossy accents or those sort of things, you're going to love using those. I love how you put one there and two down there, Sarah.
Two down the bottom. It's just
I like that.
Different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is different.
Now watch how these toppers work, right? You take one of the toppers, Joe. You can either peel it off and use it on its own, can you see? And it's got like the same on the back as well.
Yes.
Or if you want a multi-layer one, all we're going to do is Sarah Scissorhands is going to go for it around the outside, cut around the outside here, Joe, and you can end up with like a double layer one if you want.
Nice.
So it's just up to you whether you want the double layer one, or maybe you want to take them apart and use them as two layers, but they've already got all of the they've already got all the foam pads on if you wanted to do them a little bit 3D. So there we go. You are beautiful inside and out. And actually I'm going to go with a nice big globule of glue on the bottom there, Joe. Pop that down there. And that's how you do one of those shaped stepper cards, but with those beautiful peonies and that lovely background piece in there as well.
I think it is stunning. And again, Sarah, it doesn't necessarily scream Oriental.
Nope.
See, it's whereas maybe if you'd have put like a pagoda stamp on there or something, or the topper from the pagoda, or maybe one of the lanterns. So what I'm saying is, I mean, it really can be as sort of Oriental or a sort of pretty floral as you want it to be, which I think is absolutely incredible. And a really lovely card concept. I'm going to have to take you back through the collection because it is you know, it's shut the front pagoda door, shut the back pagoda door, put out the lanterns, and, you know, elbow bumper geisha. It's that busy at the moment out there on the website. I'd love to know how many variations of that we've said over the sort of time since it's, you know,
ask Pam Craven, she'll probably be keeping a note.
She's probably got them all written down somewhere, knowing PPE Pam. Right, let me take you back through the collection and what's included, because it is so incredibly beautiful. You're going to get this amazing embossing folder that you can see just here. Remember, Chinoiserie is all about the 1800s, 18th century Western interpretation of Far Eastern culture. That's what it means. That's what it symbolises and stands for. This is beautiful. I love the cutout that you get from here as well. This creator card, removable outside edge, means you can cut it in, you can cut it out. It's completely up to you. You've then got some beautiful sentiments in here as well. Make today amazing. Birthday wishes. Follow your dreams. Made with love. You are beautiful inside and out on here, just for you. There's so many beautiful ones in there. Remember, you've got the matte layer and the topper that go with them. I love this. I love this pagoda. I think you're definitely going to be able to fussy cut elements of that and actually layer it up, decoupage it up. You've got the lantern in there. You've got your Chinese symbols, embellishing elements, sentiments in there as well. Beautiful, beautiful collection. This one here is your peony reef stamp and die, which is gorgeous. Use the stamps on their own. You're going to love using them in that way. When you add them up, though, when add in the dies in there, really takes to the next level. Die cut some of the floral elements out and layer those up over the top as well. It is absolutely incredible. We then move on to these. I just think these two lovebirds here are absolutely beautiful. They're on that very spindly sort of oriental branch with the blossom. It just screams, you know, Japanese to me, this one here. Then, of course, we move on to these. I think this and the paper pad are the heroes in this collection because these lanterns, so cleverly designed. Just stamp them if you want to. If you're just stamping them, that is what you're going to come up with just there. Cut them out on one side so you can see this side, or take them all the way out. It's completely up to you. You've even got the little round die to remove those Japanese symbols from there too. I'm going to pick the actual paper pad up and flick through it because do you know why? I want to do a B-side flick and an A-side flick because it is absolutely amazing. Let me share with you the A side. Well, it's a double A side, but these are the designs on one side, as you can see here. Absolutely gorgeous. Really bold statement florals, much more pretty, refined patterns in here for you as well. But then, I mean, it is a double A side, let's face it, because look what happens when we flick it on the other side. Absolutely amazing. I love this, very subtle in that very dark blue there for you as well. Look at that pop of colour. It's got almost like an almost like a Asia-Indian vibe to it. Really, really beautiful. Then we come down to this clamshell design. Those branches, isn't that stunning? Absolutely stunning. And then we move down into the other colour palettes too. Just a really gorgeous paper pad. Pretty much everyone adding a second or third one of these into their basket. If you want it on its own, I can't believe the price. 48 double-sided sheets for $12.99. Now in my head, Sarah, going on, you know, historical pricing for our paper pads, I was expecting $16.99, $19.99 at least for this. I can't believe it's £12.99. And I think that's just because we've been able to, you know, order so many of these, you know, economies of scale. We knew how popular this was going to be, and we're absolutely bang on the money. You guys are loving it. Of the actual overall collection, 60% of it has sold out and gone. So if you want it, please be quick for it. I'm just going to again tell you, and I can't believe I say this when I tell you your platinum prices on this. Less than £44 for platinum members, less than $72 for platinum members. Now, platinum members, you've got a choice. You can either create a basket, get yourself to $125, you'll be upgraded to that express delivery, and you'll pay no shipping. Or you can pay the $12.95 shipping if you want to. You're still paying less than the retail price even when you do that. So I think however you look at it, whether you're going to upgrade your shipping and get to the basket, or actually you're going to look at it and say, do you know what? I'm actually getting the shipping for free and then a bit more discount as well. I think it's a win-win situation however you look at it. Do you want to see some of my holiday pictures, Sarah?
Absolutely.
Now, this is when I went to a place called Hoi An, which is an ancient trading port set up by the Chinese and the Japanese in Vietnam. There's that beautiful gate there, that pagoda that you can see in the lanterns. I love this picture. Do you know why? Because moments after this picture, the next one, Sarah, this lady demanded $5 off me, and when I didn't give it to her, she hit me around the head and I ran away. So I thought that was hilarious because it looks so sweet.
Do you not know who I am, love? I'm Jo from Crafters TV.
Absolutely. She thought I was going to give her $5 to take a photo with her. The next one as well. See the pagodas or the lanterns absolutely everywhere in this part of Vietnam that I was in. They are absolutely gorgeous. Such a wonderful, wonderful place there. Now this picture is amazing. Now there's a really great story behind this one, Sarah. So this one here is from Patricia. Patricia says, hello Jo, just called for photos, so I'm sending this one of my brother taken years ago at our home in Hong Kong. It shows a pagoda in the background, which is why I'm buying the pagoda stamp. The Chinese character in the pagoda stamp set mean live, laugh, love, which is beautiful, but you've got that then in the, how adorable is he? Look at that little vest he's got on.
Cute as.
So cute, and I love that pagoda.
Cute as, Patricia.
Thank you for sending that into us, Patricia. We really, really appreciate it. Mariah, I mean, we've got all the stories today as well. Mariah sent this one in. I know, right? She says, hello, I was volunteered to be a bride in a mock traditional wedding in South Korea whilst touring a museum. 6 men carried me in a carriage-type box. Poor souls loyal to my groom. Here I am in the wedding gown. Mariah, I love that story.
Mariah, you are looking awesome.
Love it. So cool. So many of you with so many happy memories. But let's remember what this is about is crafting beautiful things. And that's exactly what Michelle has done right here, isn't it, Sarah?
Oh, Michelle, I love that. She's used that technique that I showed everyone with the right-hand side. And then actually look at the inside as well. I love this. She's used one of the, if you got the Today's Special from HSN back in April, there's that fabulous inside that goes with it. Oh, Michelle, that looks lovely. Oh, and look at Donna's. Look at Donna's coming up. Now, I'm going to work with these birds next because they are gorgeous to colour. I think Donna's coloured them there with the colour blend pencils, which look fabulous. I hope I'm right, Donna. I'm going to colour them with some of our tri-blend pens as well. Show you how you can blend completely different colours. We'll have a lovely time, Joe.
We will indeed. Choose it just said here. Rhonda's just messaged and put, how on earth are we meant to pick a card of the show? I don't know.
Oh, do you
I'm
like
not
my
sure.
cards that much?
They are all...
I've still got more to go, so I've got at least another couple of demos to go, Joe.
Absolutely, we have. They are all knock it out of the park amazing. It's easy to create amazing, exquisite things when you've got amazing collections. So busy, 60% has gone. Also, see, as there's so many of you here watching the show at the moment, I want to let you know what's coming up here on Crafters TV as well. I'll be back with the Hottie Scotty himself at 7 p.m. here in the UK. That's 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Monday Makers, and it's that one show where we maybe take the demos to the next level a little bit. We've got those brilliant statement words on the show. Craig's got loads of awesome demonstrations planned. Wake up call tomorrow, the lovely Brent. Now Brent...
Oh, new Brent!
Brent is our new temporary Kelly, because Kelly, who keeps us all right and tells us where we need to be, she's off on maternity soon. Brent's going to be here with his, in his own words, cheesy smile, Sarah. He's so fun. You're going to absolutely love him. He's going to be on the Wake Up Call with Craig tomorrow, and I'll be gate crashing as well, which is going to be lots of fun as well. Now, Joy says, such great photos, so thank you for sharing. Wow, thanks Patricia and Mariah as well, anytime. What I want to do is, it's really exciting. What I love about shopping with us here at Crafters TV is we give you so many different options when it comes to how we ship our products out to you. So it's lovely that you've got that choice. I want to share that with you, and also how you can watch and shop at the same time. Take a look.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Who's that Glamazon
Oh,
in that
so
video
smiley,
there?
so
You
smiley.
are.
Do you know what I love is, I only had to learn and remember to say that once, Joe. And then we just play the video all the time. So instead of us having to explain it every show, I just do it once.
Absolutely.
Nice and big and smiley, and then they just press play every time.
Brilliant. Now, I know you've got...
get a mouthful of tea.
I know you've got loads that you want to fit in, haven't you? Loads of inspiration for the end of the show. So we're going to go Sara Super Speed Crafting for the next 35 minutes. We are going to have to pick that card of the show, though, at 1:45, Sara. So you're going to have to think about which ones you want in, which ones you want out. So, you know, so it'll be the killer demos now are the ones that we're going to get, I'm reckoning.
Right, I'll see if I might be able to squeeze in 2 before 1:45.
All right,
come
brilliant.
on then. Right, so... You know, in our boxes, loads of you will be getting loads of the 6x6 and 5x7 cards. What I thought is I'd show you how to do some different cards with them instead of just the plain ones. So I've taken 2 of my 5x7 cards here, Joe, right? And I've left one as the plain 5x7 card, and the other one I've cut the back off but left a little bit. So that what you can do is you can make this into a connecting 3-fold like this, right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and use that lovely Chinoiserie frame. Now, with this one, Joe, you can either use it as a cut-in, like a creator card, or a cut-in and a cut-out. So I'm going to use just the cut-in, lie that in place, little bit of tape on the middle. So bear in mind, if you put the tape on the middle, it's the middle that's going to come out, Joe. Awesome. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up in the centre, put all these together and send this through. Now, I'm thinking this is not how I'd planned to do this card, but as I'm absolutely digging that gilding wax look at the moment, I think I'm going to have another little bit of a go with the gilding wax. Nice.
Which one are you going to use?
Also the ink. Well, I'm going to gilding wax and ink it up at the same time.
I love the bit that pops out with that creator card. That topper.
Oh, it's nice.
Was it Maxine Skingsley had used it as a sort of, on the front of a card, which I think you absolutely can do.
And then I don't know if you noticed, but when I did this one at the start, that was the cut-out bit that came from in here.
Sara, I've got an idea.
So that just went onto the front of there, yeah?
I've had an idea with that cutout, Sara.
Oh,
send it through, you foil press and foil it and make it like a foil topper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in like a red, like that lovely sort of red foil that we have, the berry maybe.
Oh, the foil press King's back in later, isn't he?
He is, isn't he?
Yes.
Have a guess who's got a foil press shirt?
Who's got a foil press shirt?
I got a foil press shirt.
You've got a foil press shirt?
In blue.
Have you?
Yeah. To go with Craig's in purple.
Now, I tell you what, I look forward to seeing that at some point.
Well, since I lost a bit of weight, I thought I'd go for it because I thought someone's going to try and put me in the oven like an oven-ready chicken if I wore one previously. So I thought maybe now's the time.
Right, here we go. Look at this, Joe. All I'm doing is adding a little... Now, I'm trying to go quickly here, but you'll get the idea, right? So I'm adding a little bit of brown round the outside. So again, this is the Fryer brown as it was, right? So I'm just adding that colour. This frame, it just lends itself beautifully well to do that with, right? So all the way around the outside, Joe, and notice I'm layering it up more and more. Instead of going loads on in the first place, I'm layering up. So there's a little bit of the colour to start with. Then I'm going to go with the Renaissance again, right? So I'm going to bring the Renaissance and I'm just going to add a little bit under here so that we end up with a little bit of sparkle around the outside as well. And can you see, because it's gilding wax, we're going to get that gild around the frame. Now we've got all the gilding waxes on the show, so can I just say, while we've got them, if you're looking to, like, I don't know, for a lot of you in the US, it's a case of, well, I want to get free shipping on this, so what can I add to my basket to get to the free shipping? Things like gilding waxes are not going to go off.
Absolutely.
They're going to last you for ages. Look how fabulous that looks. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. That is
beautiful.
Not... That is me. That's not how I planned to do this card. I was just really liking the look that I did. So look at the contrast. There's the one that I did with the black and the king gold. And then there's the one with the white, a little bit of inking and the Renaissance gold. So I'll do that. What I've done is, you know, that was on this side piece of card. And then, you know, I said that we had this little edge piece of card here. I've done another one of these edge pieces, Joe, where I've also cut this out, and I'm just going to go and do exactly the same thing again.
Absolutely awesome. So many people are ordering this. Chris Minor says, ordered this, well ordered the set, the paper and the pearlescent card too. You won't be disappointed. Aish says, with the Asian collection, I wondered what is next. Still waiting to see the next international city that Sara will highlight. Ooh. So what cities have you done? You did. I remember you having a Parisian collection.
We did the
Sarah.
Parisian collection, didn't we?
Yeah.
We've done lots of things that have like a little bit of a Venetian feel to them, but we've never actually done an official Venetian.
And we did the best
collection,
of British, which was kind of very London-centric, wasn't it?
We love that.
Who knows what could be next? Alice wants to know if someone can translate the symbols in the stamps. I'd hate to say something wrong on a card. I can assure you that Leanne's team will have designed those sentiments in there, so they are absolutely suitable for everything. I know one of them says live, love, laugh. They are going to have all of those kind of. It's not going to say something that could be in
like
any
have
way.
a rubbish day and you put that on someone's birthday card.
Yeah, no, you're not going to put that in there. You don't need to worry about that whatsoever. The team will have done that and thought of all of that for you. If someone can translate them, then happily, please do let me know. It would be wonderful. Very, very busy, as I said, still on that big collection. Really excited. I'm really excited for the craft along for this as well, Sarah. Remember, we always give you a craft along. We give you a couple of weeks after, of course, we've launched it. Give you all a chance to get it home, get it all out, do some of the cutting, get some of the stamps stamped out. Then we'll all be able to craft together in real time. I'm going to go and request, Sarah, after the show that it can be on a day when I'm on shift, because I want to do the craft along with whoever's doing the craft along on this one, because I'm desperate to get my hands on it.
Yeah, it's just one of those collections that really, really lend itself. It's just crying out, and I think because it's so different, it's not very often that you'll see us on here with something and think, do you know what? I've got nothing like this in my collection. I absolutely need it, right? Now, while we're on there, I'm going to do a little bit of a tidy up, Joe, before I start attaching this card together, because what you don't want is to get any mess onto the back of your, onto the underside of one card, ready for the next one. Okay, so got that gilding wax all cleaned up. That card, to put the whole card together, Joe, right, we've got the front bit here with that lovely frame, and then that bit there is going to connect onto the back. So can you see I'm just going to go tape down the edge of here, okay, and then also tape down the edge of there, because if you're sticking tape to tape, you're going to get a much, much better stick. So can you see the tip to tape? And then to cover over our join on there, Joe, I'm going to use a little bit of that lovely, so I've got some of the nice papers on here. So I'm going to go a little bit of matte laid onto the front, and then also work a little bit onto the back as well.
Beautiful. I mean, the hardest thing you're going to be able to choosing what side of those paper pads you use. I think it's why you need to go for a couple of them, so you've got both sides that you can craft fully. Lots of ideas coming in for other sort of collections, Sarah. And I think there's got some great suggestions coming in here. Andrew's saying, how about an ancient Egyptian collection?
Oh,
Might
you
be
keep
nice.
your ideas coming if there's something you want to see like this. This is where we get the ideas from.
It is.
Though.
Kate's saying, how about a Grecian collection, like ancient Greek collection? I think that's another solid idea. I think they are absolutely beautiful. Maybe we could do a collection that incorporates both of those ideas. You never know. What I do know, though, is I feel like I've got a little bit better at keeping the secrets these days, Sarah.
Well, I still don't know if you can be trusted. I'm not sure I'll be telling you.
I mean, I don't know if it's I've got better at keeping the secrets, or the team have got better at keeping the new product away from me.
Yes. That was the brief that I gave them, Joe. That was the brief.
I think that's more what's happening, to be honest.
Right, let's have a look. I'm just going to get that stamp out, Joe.
No worries.
Lovebirds on.
Deb wants a safari collection. Cecilia wants a more masculine collection. Absolutely. I think, do you know what?
Think this would be really nice for men's cards.
Yeah, I think it would be great. I think it is very... I was going to say anti-sexual. That's not what I mean, is it?
That's not what you mean at all. That's a very funny description, Joe. Definitely don't. Do you think
gender neutral.
Gender neutral? Yeah.
I'm going to call it anti-sexual from now on. Gender neutral.
It's a very anti-sexual collection, Joe. Very anti-sexual, this one. Right, here we go.
Oh dear, what am I like?
Talking about these lovebirds.
Yeah.
Anti-sexual lovebirds on here, right? Right, watch this. I've given them a good stamp down, right? Watch what I'm going to do. You're going to lose as mine, Joe. I'm going to use, let's have a look. I've got Fair Skin Blend, And I'm going to bring a little bit of my dark red onto here, okay?
Not a problem. Do you know what I'm going to do?
Go on.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to have a little chat what's happening over the next couple of days here, because I'm with you for a couple more days after today, which is awesome. So a little bit later today, we're going to be Monday Makers, of course, with those shape words. Sarah alluded to it a minute ago. An ultimate masterclass. Sarah, do you know it will be my first ever ultimate masterclass with you?
No way.
It will do. I don't know how. It's always fallen on days that I haven't been here when we've done it before. And then also, we have got a launch party with Jan, which will be lovely. Jan doesn't ordinarily do a launch party. Normally, Sarah does a launch party, I must say. She usually pulls rank on it, but she's been told she's got to share it out a bit more amongst the rest of the team.
I have been told that, yes.
So we will be featuring this very collection as well. So if you want more inspiration, maybe you just want to get Jan's twist on it. She's such a talented crafter, and she does so many awesome concept cards as well. So I can't wait to see what she does with that. That'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Of course, wake up call here tomorrow, midday in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast. The lovely Brent, who's our newest member of the TV team, will be joining us for that one right there. And then also, let's not forget tomorrow night, Eurovision first semi-final. We'll talk a bit about that tomorrow. We've also then got another masterclass, wake up call, of course, on Wednesday, and then another masterclass with myself and Debbie Robinson on Edgeables. Edgeables are up there amongst my favourite masterclasses we do, so really excited for you to see that one. And then also, Debbie will be back with me again for Creative Cravings, which is our... I don't want to say it's our beginner crafters show because that undersells it. It's maybe a little bit more simplified than usual, but everyone's going to get great tips. You've got things like the rotating stamps on there. We've got some inverted nesting dies available on there as well. Did you just put one colour down and pick it up with another one?
I did.
What's
put
that
the
all
red
about?
down just to show everybody how you can blend these shades out.
Wow.
So can you see? If you want a really perfect seamless blend.
What's
look at
that technique called? Do you know,
That
Sarah?
is called palette blending.
Love
Can
that.
you see? This one if you want to see the feathers, this one if you want a palette blend. So again, I'm just going to pick that red up, and then if I do this from the bottom, what you end up with is you end up with red in your pen until it all blends out.
I think that's such a cool technique.
Love it.
Absolutely brilliant.
And that was red onto the edge of a tan pen, by the way.
Nice.
who were worried-
And you don't need to worry about damaging them or anything like that, or contaminating.
So, as soon as it comes out, so watch, I'm going to pick up the red and just blend so that, can you see his face is all red now? But then as I'm blending it right out,
Nice.
as I keep going, that'll blend right out so that it's not red at all.
That's incredible.
And I'm
Love
going
that.
do you want me to show you the same on the couple little bits on the flowers? So let's have a look. If I just pick up a little bit on the flowers here.
A lot of laughter about our anti-sexual lovebirds in the comments. Also, Anne saying we'd love an animal collection with some Asian-style animals to go with this, like pandas and tigers. I went to the zoo on Wednesday, Sarah. I forgot how much of an amazing day out going to the zoo is. I went to Chester Zoo.
Oh, wow. My favourite zoo in the country.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to
The
take...
kids love it.
Oh, have the boys been?
Yes, they love it.
It's amazing, isn't it? I've got the Bancrofts up in a few weeks, and I'm thinking about maybe taking little Barney to Chester Zoo. For those of our UK viewers, you'll know Dan from over on Create and Craft, of course. It was amazing. But yeah, more animals would be absolutely fantastic. You guys are loving the idea of that.
Can I just show you, by the way, I'm going to imagine, because I know we're running out of time as well, I'm going to imagine I cut to the one. There we go. So that is exactly that same blend. Look at them cherry blossoms. Doesn't that look fabulous? I'm going to clean you up here. Oh,
I've always wanted to go on holiday to see the cherry blossom, Sarah. Kyoto, I think, is the place where everyone goes in Japan.
Right?
Yeah, in March. But it's only out for a few weeks, so you have to... Imagine if you went on holiday and timed it wrong, didn't see it, you'd be really annoyed, wouldn't you?
Oh, of
It's
course,
an anagram of Tokyo, apparently. Yes.
Ah,
There you
look
are.
at that. You learn something new every day.
You do,
don't
every day's a school day. Public service broadcasting. Hawaiian collection, Clarice has suggested as well. It's interesting, isn't it, hearing everyone's ideas. But honestly, guys, this is what this information is what we use to form. We basically want to give you guys collections that you want to craft with. So we're always all ears, and someone will collate all of these suggestions, pop them across to Leanne, and you never know, maybe we'll see them turn out very soon. The day I saw this collection, Sarah, I sent Leanne a message to congratulate her, to say just how incredible I thought it was and what an amazing job her and the team had done on this. I think it is absolutely knock it out the park sensational. I know you guys are loving it as well. Sorry?
What were you after?
No, nothing. I know, which is I know, it makes a change, doesn't it? Well, I was after a paper pad and I was told, no, I'll have to buy one. So there you are. Obviously it didn't work, did it?
Look at that, right, that is showing off those beautiful birds, but then look, the front and the back of the card there as well. That's what I love is, even though that's the back piece, you've got that lovely kind of threefold on there. Isn't that lovely? And then all I'm going to do is I've got a couple of lovely little ribbons and I'm just going to stick them to the outside. So I'm going to pop one on the top bit here, Joe, and then another one on the other side on there as well. There
How beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a nice little idea. I'm loving, can I just say, I am absolutely loving doing that frame with the gilding wax and the ink around the outside.
It's great, isn't it?
But the fact that I use the gilding wax and the ink, it means you get a little bit more depth of colour.
Really does, brilliant, love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. I need to tell you, this amazing Centura Pearl collection, which is going to help you really extend that paper pad out, Sarah.
Yeah.
It's limited stock, I'm afraid. It's in your basket. It is time to check it out. The colour palette that's been selected is going to go perfectly with the collection. If it's in your basket, it is absolutely now time to check it out. So please, if it's in your basket, check it out, because the next thing I'll be telling you is that it's sold out and you need to remove it from your basket in order to be able to check out, which is fantastic. So, loads of you still chatting away with me. So excited to see.
So you can vote on them, Joe.
Yeah,
and then
let's
you can
please.
be voting while I do my last demo, because I'm still having to get tired of what I've got. And then for my last demo, I think I'm going to do the little house.
Okay, the pagoda. Amazing.
I keep calling it the little house, but you all know what I mean, right?
You can call it what you want.
Now, I know I've taken a little bit longer over the cards today because I felt like they really warranted it. And bear in mind, I've done the launch day, but we're going to have the craft along on here, and Jan's coming up tomorrow with some different ideas. So that is number one. That was my tent-fold card, which I personally thought looked really, really
Love
stunning,
that.
right? Card number two was the one where I showed you how to do the shaped edge pieces. So that was all card number two. Card number three is where we learned how to do the stepper, and we did that lovely peony frame in the middle there with a little bit of work on the embossing fold on the background. And card number four that we've just done has been our lovely little lovebirds with that lovely, like a trifold. I'm going to call it like a screen card, that one. It feels like a screen to me, doesn't it?
What are those awesome, those awesome screens that you have out? You get change behind them. They are called like oriental screens, aren't they?
They are like oriental.
That's what it kind of...
That's what it's reminded me of when I'm saying screen, yeah.
Absolutely. So you need to get voting. You need to make your voices heard and your vote counted. So Crafters TV across on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe there as well. All the details along the bottom of your screen. I'm going to whiz back through it one more time. I know that Sarah's got loads she wants to share with you. So remember what you are getting in here. It's exquisite. You guys have loved this. I'm so pleased that you guys have loved it as much as I did. And I know you're going to absolutely adore crafting with it as well. You've got your creator card. You've also got your embossing folder in there too. Remember, you've got your sentiments on here as well. Lots of gorgeous things in here. May today be amazing. You're beautiful inside and out. Celebrate your day in style. This one says just here as well. This next one here is your peony stamps and dies, which are gorgeous. Again, you can make this oriental. You can also take this in a lot of different ways. I think Sarah's going to use the awesome pagoda in her last demonstration. Brilliant. So you've got that in there. You've got your anti-sexual lovebirds in there as well, which are these ones just here. That's what people in the comments are calling them. They are gender neutral. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm going to get in trouble soon. I really am. You know I'm going to get in trouble when you get told off by the producers for saying stuff, because normally they just egg us on, Sarah. This one here is your amazing lanterns that you've got. Now, the great thing is, cut them into either side. It's completely up to you, and use your stamps there as well on their own, or, of course, with the actual lanterns. Now, I need to talk to you again about the paper pad, because it's just so beautiful. It is a double A-side paper pad. That's what it is. You've got so many gorgeous designs in here. I mean, they are fantastic, and each one of them has an exquisite complementary pattern on the back of there, which is absolutely beautiful. This is like some sort of ancient Japanese pottery, this one. I think it's just sensational. Are you? Yes. Fantastic. Love this one here as well with these. Do we know what they're? These called cranes, these birds? Is that what we think they
I
are?
think
I'd
they
say
are.
cranes. Yeah. This one's going to look beautiful. I'd love you to heat emboss on this one and get your inks involved on there too. If you like to fussy cut, look at these gorgeous parrots that you've got here. That's a lot like my kimono dressing gown, that one there actually. Again, in different colour tones in that. This is awesome as well, with the dragonflies in here, which symbolises, of course, new beginnings. Then you've got those parrots there with the mustard, and finally those cranes again with those trees and those pagodas in there, which are going to carry beautifully through into that next demonstration of Sara's. Remember as well, $43.99 or $71.99 as a platinum member. So, I can't believe it. 70% now of the stock is sold out and gone. Doesn't take into account everyone that is in the ordering process at the start. How long should this stock last us, Sara? I know we talk about it a lot, but this is a big amount of stock that we had, wasn't it?
Yes, so what we do is when we bring in a collection, quite often with the Sara signature and the Nature's Gardens, it is a one-off buy. So when we give you stock updates, now quite often, you know, we've allocated so many to go out to our stores. There'll be a bit of reserve in the warehouse, whether it goes out to our stores or somewhere else, or creating craft, for example. But what happens is you'll see us, when we launch something, you can get the full collection, right? You'll see us when we come back in a couple of weeks, it'll be like the paper pads sold out, or the #1 die in the collection sold out. So it'll be a smaller version of the collection, still beautiful, but you won't be able to have everything. The only time we can guarantee you can have everything in a collection is if you get it when we launch it like this. So now's your chance, folks.
Absolutely, now is your chance. Don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on the paper pad as well, because I know you're going to want to have lots of those in your basket. Multi-order on those, as so many of you are. Continue voting for your show, demo of the show. I love this. Joyce Simpson says, love is universal, Joe. Lovebirds can be any gender at any time. How sweet of you, Joy. But yes, I know Sara's got one more demo that she wants to squeeze in.
Yes, come on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it. It's called the Chinoiserie Temple on this one. Oh, it's stuck back down here. Let me just... Craig does such a good job sometimes of opening these.
He does, doesn't he?
And then he manages to stick them as though they've never been opened, and then look what I do. I just go for it and just tear all the packaging. Do you know, how do you guys do it and keep your packaging at home? It'd be interesting to see with everybody, won't
Someone, who does he? Someone cuts the top off of them, don't they, all the way along?
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. So let's have a little look. These, by the way, folks, are all of the stamps are photopolymer. So if you wonder why you're getting such a fantastic stamped image with them, it's because we've made them fantastic quality for you.
So that's superior to some other sort of styles of stamps that are out there,
Yes,
Sara?
so if you're using acrylic stamps, things like your words and that are absolutely fine for acrylic stamps. If you've got a lot of detail work, photopolymer gives you the same sort of result as like an original rubber stamp would.
Nice.
So, you know, back in the day, we would really only make rubber stamps, acrylic, but people want acrylic stamps, Joe, because they want to be able to see where they're stamping. So a photopolymer stamp is a little bit like a hybrid, I think. This is Sara's personal opinion on it. Like a hybrid between
that's so clean and clear and crisp, isn't
and
it?
that's what you want, isn't it? Now, look at this, right? I'm going to use this paper pad here. So what I thought was the colours match beautifully with the green turquoise blend.
Nice.
So we have like a blue turquoise. This is more of a green, well, it is green turquoise. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go into a little bit of my colouring coma here, Joe, and I'm going to do a little bit of colouring with my green turquoise blend.
Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Getting busier and busier now as we move towards the end of the show. Remember, you can see what I would say if you want ideas about, because this is a new way of crafting, but as I said earlier, so it's not a new way of crafting. It maybe is a new style of crafting for you.
Yes.
If you want to get loads of inspiration, then you want to find us on Pinterest, because that is where loads of pictures get uploaded of the things that the design team have been making.
Yep.
So if you want to get a load of like mojo starters,
Well, pretty
mojo
much
kickers.
all of the samples that we show you on the shows, Joe, their pictures get uploaded to Pinterest.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to give you loads of ideas about composition. Because sometimes, Sara, especially if you're experienced, you don't need to be taught how to make an entire card, do you?
No,
you just need a little bit of inspiration
we
about
just
what it's going to look
Joe.
like.
Yeah, we just want to see and have something. Maybe you don't want to copy the whole thing, but when you just want to take inspiration from it. That's what I always say to people. That's why we do a lot of these, and we have our designers doing so many of these, like ideas for you as it was.
Absolutely. It's a bit like cooking, isn't it? Sometimes you want a whole recipe.
Yes.
Sometimes you just want a bit of an idea.
I
think crafting is very similar.
Yep, I would totally agree.
Jen says, I am so in love with this collection. Got the whole set on HSN and now bought 10 paper pads.
10! Oh,
10.
that has got to be a record for the day.
Whoa! That is a record,
That is
surely.
someone who knows and understands that we are literally making them as a one-off.
Christine Mahoney will be, I mean, she's got competition. Devona says, new selection, new collection suggestions, a locomotive style, maybe with a touch of Murder on the Orient Express.
Ooh.
Love the idea of this. Yolanda would like to see an Italian-inspired collection or a Mexican-inspired collection. Do you know what I'd like to see? Like a Mexican-inspired kind of Day of the Dead kind of collection for Halloween. That could be great. Yeah, loads of suggestions coming in, which is absolutely fantastic. Lots of you now checking out your baskets as well as we move towards the end of the show. What I would say is don't forget to save or bookmark this show, because you'll be able to come back and watch this at any time then. If you don't save or bookmark it, it'll always be available where you're watching the show, so Facebook or YouTube, and also will be available forever on our website. So you can always come back at any point, watch all of our shows back on the website. That looks beautiful, Sarah.
Well, what I'm going to do, because I'm realising that we haven't got an awful lot of time left, Joe. So there's the one where I'd coloured in the whole house. Can you see? I've done the big bits for you to see. That is the one that I've done all of the colouring. Now, Centura Pearl, has it gone, Joe?
Just hearing.
Oh, right, so because I'm just using it here to do my matting and layering, this is what we mean when we say look how perfectly well it works in conjunction.
Amazing.
With it. I mean, just the exact right colours. And what I'm going to do, Joe, again, I'm doing another one of these where I'm showing you how to make the most out of your base cards that you maybe getting packs from us. So this one here is a 6x6, right? So all I've done is with my 6x6, scored it in half here, and then with another one of your 6x6s, cut it in half. So you're left with an edge. So you score this one in half, then you cut this in half, and all I'm going to do is put tape all the way down this side. So for anyone who is brand new to card making, this is how we do an easel card. So you're just going to take one of your 6x6 card bases and score it in half, take your second one, cut it in half, and then all I'm doing is sticking that down so it makes like a full card base. So all I'm going to do, Joe, is do a little bit of matting and layering and pull that whole card together.
Brilliant. Remember, another great show coming up a little later for you here today on Crafters TV. Myself and Craig will be back, of course, with Monday Makers, that one show where we go a little bit more in-depth and advanced with the demonstrations. Doesn't mean that there's not something for everyone in that show as well, and there's loads of great things on it. I know Craig's really excited for the show, so you're going to want to join myself and Craig for that. It'll be 7 p.m. here in the UK, 10 p.m. No, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. across on the East Coast, 11 a.m. over on the West Coast as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's going to be a really, really great show. Remember as well, if you want more on this collection, launch party tomorrow. Myself and Jan will be here for launch party. It's going to be featuring this collection too, if it's still available, or what I should say is what is left of it.
What is left of the collection?
Because obviously, as soon as one element sells out, the whole bundle with that great saving will go. We will still have the individuals available for you. If you are going for individuals on top of the big collection, if you spend £40 or dollars, you save an extra 10% on those as well. So if you bought 4 extra pads, you then get an extra 10% off of those. I know they're already at an incredible price, but again, that is another way that you can go. It is definitely a double A side, as we've called it, that pad. It is spectacular. Love what you've done there with the back side of that one.
It's nice, isn't it? And then look, I'm just going to use a couple of them foam pads. I'm going to use the small ones again, because that is what we have in that amazing glue bundle on the show. So those of you who are just stocking up on the foam pads, here you go. You can be stocking. I'm doing a Craig here with Craig and his foam pads all the time.
Loves the foam pads, isn't he?
Glue gel. So there is it's going to go nicely on the front of there. And I've got a nice little bow that will go just across the corner. And this is a double bow. You want to learn how to do double bows, you're going to tune in for my ultimate show tomorrow. And
can you teach? Can I like one demo in the show? Can you teach me to do something?
You want to do a bow? Yeah.
Not a bow, but maybe just like something. I just want to get involved, not for the whole show, but we do like one bit in the middle.
Can I just have a little go is what he's saying?
Yeah, just a little go.
Right, I will absolutely get you, see if we can make sure we've got a spare ultimate.
All right, I'll speak to
Craig
Tracy
to bring us in.
Yeah.
Right, and I can make sure I show you something tomorrow.
Awesome. Don't forget, tomorrow is Try It Tuesday. It's also Treat Yourself Tuesday as well.
We like
I'm going to have a little
Tuesdays,
go.
don't we?
Tuesday's the new Friday. Beautiful, Sarah.
There's our nice simple easel card, just using that back. And then I love that sentiment. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I think that is awesome. It's a shame it wasn't in the card. It wasn't in the card of the show.
Oh, well, it wasn't. So you have to let me know which
and
one
that's
did
it.
win card of the show.
The card of the show is number 4, Sarah.
Number 4, yes.
Number 4.
So you loved my colouring and
Love
the blending with that one, and also the gilding wax on the back of it. Isn't that fabulous? So that is my card number 1 for the shelf this week. I'm going to go, can I just go on
Cabinet of Creativity. You're going to plonk it up there? Absolutely.
Yes. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the back here so that I can be subconsciously just
giving you messages.
If I
Absolutely.
Just
Just there.
put it there, everyone's going to be able to see
There
it
you
all
are.
the way through, and they're more likely to win card of the show, card of the day.
Look into the card, not around the card, into the card, not around the card. Anyway, let me move on, just recap exactly everything you've got included in here. It is phenomenal. It is absolutely my favourite ever Nature's Garden collection. The paper pad is my favourite ever paper pad that we have done. I think it is stunning. You've got the beautiful lovebirds in here, which are awesome. That pagoda that Sarah's just created with there. I think that fussy cut and then layered up is going to look absolutely stunning. Remember the peony reef too. Yes, you can make this have that Far Eastern Asian feel if you want to. You can also really take it in a whole different, that could actually be quite autumnal, I think, using the right tones. Then you've got your sentiment toppers, which are awesome. They're in there included for you. You've then got the frame die. We've disconnected that outside edge for you to give you the most amount of options when it comes to using it, and then you've got that incredible embossing folder in there as well. Remember the paper pad too. This is, I mean, definitely stock up on extras of these would be what I would say to you. It is absolutely stunning. 48 pages, 180 GSM, and it is double-sided. I don't think I've ever seen a double-sided paper pad this kind of value, especially not with this kind of beautiful artwork. Anyone that's unsure about this, Sarah, because let's face it, whilst it might be a new style of collection for some people, should they think that means they're going to have to, come up with a whole new way of using it?
No, because the great thing about this is it's very vibrant. So for example, look at this Z-fold cards. We love our Z-fold cards because the colours and the patterns are so vibrant. You could just take all the cards that you're used to doing but make them look fabulous. Same here, right? So this one here is like a nice easel card that Debbie's done. How fabulous though does that look? Because the papers are so unique and so different, Joe. This is what I really, really love. It's different, it's vibrant. Shaker cards, whether you're wanting to do like your easel cards, you love to do your colouring. There's a little bit something for everyone in every one of these elements in this collection, Joe.
Absolutely, and they are totally stunning. What I do want to say, make sure you get it, $54.99, $89.99. Last call, if you've got the Centura Pearl collection in your basket, you need to check it out right now. In fact, you need to make sure you check out your baskets. Over 70% of the Chinoiserie collection has sold out and gone. A huge thank you to Sarah, who'll be back with us tomorrow. Really excited for that ultimate masterclass, as I know you guys are too. I'll be back here in 2 hours with Craig for another fantastic show. I'll see you then. Take care.